Hey y'all, I'm back with another vlog, and I haven't been recording much lately because I just been like, living in the moment with like, my family, my cousins and stuff. And some stuff I was able to record, but I wasn't able to like, get my camera out and like, record it in vlog form. But yeah, I just want to catch up with some of the stuff that I've done like already and bring it up with y'all. Um, I kind of wrote like a little script for this YouTube video, so I'll know, well, remember exactly like what to talk about. So I'm gonna go on my iPad here real quick. I'm finna just go down the list. All right, so as you know, my last job that I had was a valet at Honda dealership. I don't think I said Honda before, but I said the dealership. But yeah, I worked at Honda, and I guess I can just talk to my experience about there. Um, First, let me start off and say I am blessed that I was able to get that job like suddenly, only because like the job that I had before, I was a receptionist at my college, but I couldn't stay there unless I'm getting hot. Let me turn my fan on. All right, that's better. But I couldn't stay there unless I was taking classes and stuff there, which I wanted to continue taking classes and stuff at my college, but I didn't want to take classes and there was a chance where I had to leave for the Air Force like in the middle of the term and I wouldn't be able to complete. I didn't want that to happen. So that's how I ended up getting the valet job. Luckily I was just able to get that job like quick notice, and I got it on Indeed, and I don't have a good history on Indeed because a lot of jobs, they tell you that they're urgently hiring and they need people, but then they're picky and stuff, and sometimes you can be like overqualified for some jobs, and that's what it was in my scenario. But anyway, the valet experience, it was it was something. It was some good things that I got out of it, and it was a lot of bad stuff like that happened. Um, Not necessarily where like I was doing anything bad, meaning only when I mean bad, I mean like the work environment with some people, not all, but some. The advisors and stuff, I got along with them. The valet, majority of them did their job like how they were supposed to. Some of them, they were struggling a bit, but like they were still trying and stuff. And there was a lot of valets that I seen came and go. They started, well, actually one of them started before me. No, I'm sorry, two of them started before me, and then they ended up getting fired. And then some of them started after me, and they ended up getting fired too. Um, should I talk about how? Uh, I'm not gonna get into details. I'm just gonna talk about me right now. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about me because this is my vlog. This is my channel. I'm talking about me. We're gonna probably save them for another vlog. Probably not. I'm probably not even gonna think about this job anymore. My favorite thing that happened at this job was John Cena. So John Cena came to my job. I knew he was gonna come soon to pick up this Honda Prelude and stuff. I just didn't know when. But the day when I seen them washing the Honda Prelude and everything, I had a feeling he was coming. But then I was driving like customer shuttles, so I was taking like all the customers and stuff home and stuff like that. So I wasn't really there at the dealership like that. But when I made it back there to the dealership, I seen both lanes of the drive are like, shut off and like, closed and stuff. I'm like, why are they doing that? And then I noticed, I see this pale man that's like bulky and then have like, his back hunched or whatever. I'm like, wait, I think that's John Cena. And I went up, I'm like, yeah, that's Cena. I'm like, that's cool. So, like, mind you, I'm at work and stuff, and I know he's a celebrity and everything, but it's like, I just have to do my job and stuff. So I parked the customer shuttle. I went back on the drive. It was a lot of pull-ups and stuff on the board, so I just went to go do that. But of course, I had to walk by John Cena and say like, "No, hey, what's up?" or whatever. But anyways, I was doing my job, and mind you, the advisors and stuff, they were able to take their pictures and stuff. I can take a picture and stuff right away because as soon as I got there, my manager and stuff that I had at the time was throwing keys and stuff at me, talking about, Devontae, I need you to do these pull-ups and stuff. I'm like, man, I just got here from doing customer shuttle. I had to drive, like, to Wesley Chapel and New Tampa and actual Tampa. And I'm like, that's like a lot. Oh, and also Zephyr Hills. I had to like drop off like 4 different people, and it was just crazy. But I did the pull-ups and everything. Mind you, it was like 5 of them like on the board, which is like very, very challenging to do 5 pull-ups when there's only like 2 people on the drive, and then they don't like no more than 2 people to like I'm sorry, they don't like no less than 2 people to stay on the drive. That's what I meant. Less, not more. Less, yes. But they don't like less than 2 people to stay on the drive. So I'm doing all the pull-ups by myself. And mind you, like John Cena, I guess he was there for like a little minute or whatever. But my manager was able to get like a picture and stuff with him. And literally, I'm like, I don't care. I'm like, look, I got to get this picture. I got to post it on my Instagram. I'm actually going to show the picture like somewhere on the screen. But I was able to get that picture right before John Cena left. And I kind of felt bad because I'm like, he just got in the car and he was about to leave and stuff and all that. And I just went up to his window, asked for a picture. And then the general manager at the Honda dealership got my phone and took a picture of us. But yeah, that was my like favorite like moment so far at the dealership. Favorite as in, I would say most memorable, most fun. No, it was a lot of fun stuff that happened, but hopefully the fun moments will like pop up in my head as I'm like going down the list. But the next thing is I met a parrot. This parrot was so cool. Like his name was, I'm trying to remember. It started with the R. I'm gonna show the video of the. Wait, my bad. I said parrot. It's a macaw. The bird is a macaw. I don't want you bird lovers to like attack me or anything, but I'm sorry I said parrot. It's a macaw, and he's a pretty smart bird. I think I'm trying to remember the name. I think Roxy. I think it was Roxy. The bird name was. I don't know. I'll probably say the name of the video or something like that. But anyways, the owner told me how she thought the bird was a female. They had this bird since the 90s, I would say. And I found out birds can actually live like a very long time, which is really impressive. But that bird is older than me, which is crazy. But it's a pretty smart bird. And she told me she thought it was a female when they had it, and it never laid an egg and stuff. And then she ended up finding out when the bird got older that it was actually a male, and she felt bad because she gave the bird a girl's name and it's actually a male, but she never worried about changing it. She told me at the time when they bought that bird, it was $5,000. And with inflation and everything going up, that bird is worth a lot of money. $5,000 in the 90s is crazy to see how much the value of that bird will go up nowadays. Like I can't even know what to say, like for real. But it was pretty cool. I'm trying to remember if the bird could talk. I think it could say like a little things and stuff. Like I could speak like a little bit, but it wasn't nothing too crazy. But that bird was very intelligent. Like when I move my head, it'll move its head, and then it'll like go on your arm.
Before COVID, and then we don't visit nursing homes anymore, so we just take him wherever they let us.
That's so
He
cool.
goes shopping at Ollie's. He used to shop at Big Lots before they closed, but he likes guys. So he's my bird, but he likes men. So he got an in already. Yeah.
Look, I want a pet bird now.
I know.
I got a nice rescue. I need to go down and meet this lady. There's a lady in Jupiter that rescues birds. And
What's his name again?
He's a boy named Roxy. I
Roxy.
He was a boy. Basically, if their eyes are black, they're a male. If their eyes are maroon,
Mm-hmm.
they're a female. And you really have to look in the sunlight. But he's 30 years old and never laid an egg, so I think we're good with the male. But you can have them. You can pay to have them genetically tested. I wasn't going to breed them. Birds are like cats and dogs now. There's too many.
How much do they cost?
Well, he was $1,900 back in 1996 before you were even
Oh, so you probably
born.
way more now.
But if you went to this rescue, I'm telling you, that lady, she gets some really nice birds. People like me that get too old and can't take care of my bird, you don't want to come with me? You want to stay with him? Yeah, he's
He
tough
holding
though.
on.
It's just a little bit of danger dust. That's a cockatoo.
You want to shake your head again? Say, hey! Oh, that's so cool. And it was pretty chill. It was pretty cool, right? The next thing I want to talk at the dealership is my car getting towed. I know, it's very shocking. It was kind of embarrassing to me, like a little bit, only because I'm like, I don't really like. I felt like I was being targeted, to be honest with you. My whole time. Oh, it's 12 a.m. while I'm recording this, but oh well. Anyways, when it happened, I was just shocked because I'm like, mind you, it was the service manager that called to get my vehicle towed. I already put two and two together because the service manager already like doesn't like me and stuff at all. So my job at the dealership is not just a valet, but I'm a shuttle driver. There's two different positions for shuttle drivers. There's employee and then there's customer. I do both majority of the time. But when you do employee shuttle, you're supposed to shuttle the employees to the dealership since there's like a lot of construction going on, and I guess that they're not allowed to park over there at a dealership, which I'm very surprised that they were able to park over there before construction even started, because that dealership is actually pretty limited with space. So whenever you're driving employee shuttle, you're allowed to park over there at the dealership because that's where the shuttle is located. So you have to park your car and get in it. But it was the time when I had that on my schedule. Like, you know, I woke up 4 a.m. and stuff so I can make it over there in time at 6 because it's in a whole nother city. I don't leave in that area. So I try to leave like, you know, an hour earlier so I can make it over there in time. And I made it over there and my car is parked. And then the service manager ended up telling my manager, like, you know, to move my car and stuff, like why am I parked over there and stuff. And my manager at the time, not the manager that I first started off with when I started working at Honda, but the newer one that's like, you know, a little bit like older than me or whatever, by like 2 years or whatever. I'm not gonna say anything bad because, don't get me wrong, I think I don't wanna. I'm not gonna say his name. What should I say? Okay, I'm not gonna say my actual manager's name, so I'm just gonna say Jeff. We're gonna say Jeff, and we're gonna call the service manager Kingpin. And I'm only gonna say Kingpin because I promise y'all, if I would have showed you a side-by-side picture of Marvel Kingpin and the service manager, that they would look the same. Like, for like, I promise you. But that's what I'm saying. But Jeff, he ended up telling me to go move my car. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm allowed to park over there. Y'all had my schedule set to drive employee shuttle and stuff. Like, how am I gonna be able to leave? So so I called my senior manager I'm trying to come up with a quick name. I'm gonna say Josh. Yep. I called Josh, and I'm like, Josh, do you hear what's going on? He's like, yeah, they're going like, you know, crazy and stuff at the dealership. Like, are you able to move your car and stuff? And then I'm like, I'm supposed to park over there because you have me on the schedule for employee shuttle. And then he looked at it, he's like, oh yeah, you are on employee shuttle. I don't know why Kingpin is making a ruckus out of it. So I'm like, yeah, but he told me just end up moving my car anyway so he can stop hearing like his mouth and stuff and all that. So I'm like, I'll just go move it and stuff. I'm not trying to like, you know, fight anybody. I don't think I'm better than anybody or whatever, just parking over there. But that's what Kingpin was trying to make it seem like it was. And he always threatened to like, you know, tow my car. Not just that one instance, but it was another instance to where I did park over there and stuff, just because I got called in at the last minute, and my manager Jeff, before Jeff, um, wanted me to park over there so I can clock in and then move my car and stuff. And my last manager at the time, we're gonna call him Nicholas. He normally talks to Kingpin and allow me to like, you know, let me park over there and stuff. But Jeff is too scared to talk to Kingpin about the whole like situation with me being able to park over there, I guess. But I don't know. But then it was another time I decided to save all the events that occurred with the senior manager, probably for a future video. Maybe I could like sit down and have a story time so I can get into the specific details on everything that happened with me working there. But back to the other instance with the toll park. So this time I had to go over there. I'm not gonna lie. I was already going to make it there like on time and stuff, shall I say? And I didn't make it there late. I made it there on time, but I made it there on time because I was able to go straight to the dealership and not park over there at the lot. And the lot is like far away. It's not like right by the dealership. It's further away. But I went straight to the lot because my manager, Jeff, told me that one of our team of valets, they called out at the last minute and we're limited with help. So I just parked over there and stuff. And I told him, I'm like, I'm just gonna clock in, I'm just gonna move my car and come back. But my manager didn't want me to leave because it was just him and I couldn't just like, you know, leave him like that. And we were waiting for somebody from Brandon Honda to come over there soon. So I'm like, okay, well, whenever the guy comes or whatever, I'll go move my car and stuff. My car wasn't even over there for, trying to remember the time. It was over there like less than an hour, probably like around like 20 minutes, I would say. Yeah, it was about like 20 minutes. It was over there for about like 20 minutes. Like I promise y'all, I wasn't even parked over there for that long, and it was up front. And mind you, my manager isn't allowed to park over there either, and he parked his vehicle over there the same day my car was parked over there. But then I found out my manager before ended up calling my phone and told me to hurry up and go move my car. They found out that they're trying to like, you know, tow my car and stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay, so I'm gonna go up front. The guy from Brandon Honda already came and I was gonna like already end up moving my car anyways. I went up front and my car was already on the tow truck and the tow truck guy was about to leave. And I'm gonna just show you a video of it being on the truck. And earlier in the video, when I mentioned I felt embarrassed, was because this is the front of the dealership. So everybody that comes in or out or people that are already working there to see what's going on with my car. And then people that work there knows it's my car because of how I style it. And then on top of that, I don't want them thinking that I'm getting my car repoed. Like, I'm not gonna miss no payment. I'm not gonna have people thinking that I'm broke either. But it was it was crazy. Like, I had to tell the tow man, I'm like, look, this is my car. I explained the whole situation to him. I told him, like, how much is it just to get it off the truck? Like, I was literally about to move it and stuff. And I explained everything to him. I explained to him how, like, you know, all the instances that I've dealt with the service manager and stuff. There's more details with Kingpin and stuff, but maybe I might make that a whole nother video. I feel like I already said enough as is because I'm already ready to leave this topic. But I explained everything to him. I told him how, like, you know, I'm actually leaving soon because this is actually when I already put in my 2 weeks notice already for me leaving. So him towing my car was literally the day after I already put in my 2 weeks notice. Like, make it make sense. Like, you're trying to set me up. And the whole point of me having this job and stuff is to help save up money for the Air Force, so I'm able to, like, you know, pay for my car during basic training before my military check hits or whatever. But yeah, the tow truck man, I explained the Air Force situation to him, and he told me he was actually in the Army, and he's like, you know, it's gonna feel like, you know, a brotherhood. And he's like, normally he wouldn't let nobody, like, get their like car off the tow truck because his job is to tow the car and take it to the place. But when I explained my whole situation to him, he was like, yeah, he couldn't work for somebody that, like, you know, treats me the way that they treat me and then also try to tow your vehicle. And I was just grateful. He didn't take it off for free. I had to pay $80, but I'm like, look, that's better than what it would cost, like, over at the tow yard. He told me that getting it from the tow yard would be between like $200 to $300, and I think the longer the cars stay over there, the more, like, money it will cost. But yeah, I told me, I'm like, you don't even gotta tell Kingpin or whatever that you gave me my car. I want him to think that my car got towed, so that way I can just continue through my day with a smile on my face and just move on. And it's crazy because that same day when I had to interact with Kingpin, he acted like he didn't want to speak to me and stuff at all, which I'm like, that's you. I'm like, you want to do me wrong so bad, just for me to find out, like, the next week after that one of the service advisors told me that Kingpin was, like, trying to, like, get at me for, like, you know, a while and stuff, only because he's trying to, like, be like somewhat of a enforcer or something like that. And the advisor told me that he was waiting for the moment for me to park at the dealership and stuff. He don't care, like, how long it was, just to hurry up and call a tow truck to tow my car to use me for an example, because he don't want to tow any of his other favorite, like, employees and stuff. He rather let me be the fall guy and stuff. And I was just appalled, and I was like, I was hurt a little bit because I'm like, wow, like, this man really don't like me, like, at all. But it's nothing I could do about it because I feel like people that are like that, they're insecure and they don't like themselves, so they dish out whatever power that they think they have out on others and stuff. So I moved on with my merry way, and my last day at Honda actually was February 20th, and it was a good day knowing that I was going to leave. I miss all the valets that I worked with, a lot of cool ones and stuff, and a lot of them that were just doing what they can just to get by. And then my manager, Jeff, yeah, that's the name I use. Jeff was pretty cool too, even though I felt like, you know, he sold me out in that moment, because I still feel like he kind of knew that they were trying to get a tow truck to get my car. And I just don't understand how could my old manager, who I used to work for, that used to work at the dealership that I work at now, was able to tell me that they're trying to tow my car, and he doesn't even work there anymore. He worked in branding and stuff. I'm like, how did you find that out? And my manager that literally works there wasn't able to tell me anything. And like I said, his vehicle was parked there, but they wanted to tow mine. Got it. And also another thing with the Kingpin and his henchmen or whatever, they're able to. He says nobody could park over there at the dealership, right? He let their hand select who he allows to park there, but the people that park there, he gives them loaners and stuff to drive over there. So I'm like, you're still taking up spaces. You're taking loaners from one lot and bringing it over there. I'm like, it's still spaces being taken up, plus the service vehicles that come in that have to be parked. And it's just, I don't know. I'm really praying for them, and I feel bad for some of the advisors that were. Well, I'm not gonna say some, all of them, because I loved all of them. They were all pretty cool. But I feel bad for them now because I found out that they have to work outside because the construction is now happening on their side of the building. And now the dealership, like I said, it's already a smaller dealership. We went from 2 lanes to 1 lane now. And the advisors, they're out in the 2nd lane and stuff outside with the valets, with the vehicles, and it's just not enough room for stuff. So I'm really hoping the best for them. Even though I'm somebody that might go through like a lot of like, trials and tribulations and stuff, or being around like people that don't want nothing good coming for me and stuff, or try to put me down, I still wish the best for them. That's just the kind of person that I am. And I'm not gonna lie, it was moments to where like I was mad, where I wanted to say something to him, and I guarantee you, y'all, if my car would have got towed and sent away and I would have not known where it was, that would have been my last day. Like, for real. Like, you can forget about that 2 weeks notice. I would have left now. Because, to be honest, I already had enough money in my bank account to already last me. I'm just sticking here just to stick here, just to make extra money. But for more security, of course. But yeah, it's just crazy. And then my last day, the salesmen, they were missing me too. It was funny because one of the salesmen knew it was my last day. They were like, drop down and give me 20. So I was like on the ground about to do like my push-ups and stuff and all that. And he's over here counting. He's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 6, 5, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It was funny how he was counting, but I just kept doing my push-ups anyways, and it was funny. And then I'm walking in the dealership, and I didn't realize it, but people on the inside, they were all watching me in the windows. I'm going in, and then they're clapping and stuff. I'm like, oh, thank you. And then the lady at the reception there, she's like, you did a good job on those push-ups. I'm like, thank you. And I went out to the drive, and then my manager, Jeff, said I did a good job. But then as soon as the service manager, Kingpin, came outside, he was over here like, oh, it's a good thing you know how to do your push-ups and stuff, because you're going to have to do a whole lot of them, and your arms are going to be very big because of your listening skills. And then my manager went from giving me a compliment to over here talking about, oh, they might give you your own parking space over there at the base too. I'm like, are you trying to be funny? I'm like, you're not making it no better why I think that you're part of the reason for me getting my vehicle towed. Like, for real. Like, if you would have let me move my vehicle like how I wanted to, that would have never happened. But I don't. Like I said, I'm gonna let it go. And I was going to say something to him, but I'm not going to say it because, like I said, you're the one that's unhappy. And I'm just going to keep on moving with my life. And I'm actually grateful that I met somebody like Kingpin, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to come across a lot of Kingpins in my life. But I pray that I would have the opportunity to say what I want to say, and I have to worry about them affecting my life in any shape, way, or form. Because I will only be respectful, not because, like, I was in a work environment, but also I try to keep a good reputation to myself, like, at all times. And then even though he's not necessarily my boss or whatever, he's the one that's paying the company that I work for for the contract. Excuse me. But yeah, that's it so far with Honda. And I'm gonna move on to the next one. So the next thing I have is the marathon. So for in my hometown, Dade City, there's this annual thing called the Kumquat Festival, and it's every year in January, I would say. And what my older cousin Bernard Beebe does, he have his own company. I'm trying to remember the name of it. If I can remember, I'm gonna show it in the video. But it's a cool company, and it's a track business that he have. And I don't think they just do track. I think he does fitness in general. I think sometimes during the summer or whatever, he takes the kids and his group to the gym. They do workouts and stuff, and I think he goes over like, you know, health, like meals and stuff. He's pretty cool, and that's like the best thing, like one of the best businesses somebody could come up with if there's somebody that's already like, you know, fitness and positive health things. I'm trying to like come up with something. I don't know. It's 12 a.m. Give me a break. But yeah, he started doing a track event, which I think he wants to do it every year the week before the Kumquat Festival. So this was the Saturday before the Kumquat Festival. And mind you, the Kumquat Festival was supposed to be the following Saturday, but ended up getting canceled. So the Kumquat Festival, they actually moved it up to March, which is actually this Sunday coming up. Today is actually the 6th. And let's see here. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. I forgot, I'm on my iPad. It's different from my phone. Alright, so it's going to be on the 8th. So the Kumquat Festival is going to be on the 8th. And that's just for this year, just because they had to postpone it because of the weather. It was very... I couldn't remember if it was cold or something. To be honest, it's always cold around the Kumquat Festival. So I think it was because of the storm, like rain or something. It had to be something like that. But, you know, they got to make their money. And they're going to try to make it anyways, even if it means that they got to postpone it and reschedule it another day. And I don't blame them. But anyways, this marathon was a 5K. And I was really impressed with myself because for the Air Force, I have to do a 2-mile run. And I prepared my body for like, you know, a 2-mile run and stuff. I try to run like a little bit more than 2 miles and stuff. But I actually ran the whole 5K. And I told myself before I even did the 5K, I'm like, look, I'm just going to run the 2 miles and then I'm just going to walk the rest of the way. I'm not even going to be running the whole time because I don't have to. And I just ended up doing it and I made it. I felt like I had a possibility of finishing it quicker. I did it within like, I think 30 minutes or something like that for the 5K, but I did my 2 miles and stuff. I did that within like, you know, 16 minutes, I would say. And then I just like jogged the rest of the way of the for the other stuff. I'm like, I'm just gonna jog and like run a little bit. I'm just gonna try not to walk. And I did it. No, I didn't get first place. I wasn't trying to be in a marathon and do first place. I was just trying to make sure I survived. People took water breaks and stuff and got water, but I'm like, I can't be drinking water when I'm doing PT in the Air Force. So I just need to keep on going. And because I was able to complete that run, yes, I felt like I was dying after, but I'm like, wow, I actually got this. Like, basic training is gonna... I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a breeze. Actually, I ain't gonna say it's gonna be a breeze. Yeah, basic training is going to be a breeze, especially if I already know that I can run 3 miles and I only have to run 2. And it's a possibility where we still might be running 1.5 miles for the PT test for basic training, because before they went to 2 miles, it used to be 1.5 miles, but with the whole administration like coming up, they had, well, not coming up, but that came, they changed like some protocols and stuff for the Air Force. but I think I talked about that in another video. But I found out that that policy isn't like all around the branch yet. It's only in certain like places. So I'm like, who knows? They might have us doing a mile and a half just to help us get out of basic training quicker. Yeah, I did that. I was very shocked. And after that event, it was the run for the kids, and my little sisters were actually in there too. And I'm actually gonna play that video right now.
Y'all are almost there, halfway there. Y'all are looking good. Breathe. There you go. Here come all the champions, guys. Here comes all the champions. Y'all give it up for the champions. Here they come. Here they come, Good job, y'all. Good job. Here comes some more. Good job. Keep it coming. Good job. Here they come. They still coming in. Here comes the champion.
It was cool seeing them run, and I'm glad they had a good time. And then also, I just thought about this now. I didn't even put this in my notes. It's not going off script. But also, the freaking egg roll truck came down again. So, I had to get there. I think I have pictures in my phone. I don't know if I have some of the food either. But y'all seen the truck already. I had to get it again. I'm like, man, it just so happens to be here the same day I got to do a marathon. Like, I went there after because I had to, I had to get my calories back that I burned off. So, but then after, I think I went back to my aunt's house that weekend, and yeah. Let's see what's the next one here. My hair. I gotta brush it, so don't judge me. But I'm gonna show you some pics of before when I had the dreads, and then after how it is now. I'm not even gonna say pics. I'm gonna call it a montage. So, hope you enjoy. And my cousin actually cut my hair off. My cousin that I told you that my cousin that passed away, that was killed, and I was trying to go to the Air Force. His twin brother, he actually cut my hair, and it was a wholesome moment because I'm like, this is actually part of the reason why I wanted to go to the Air Force, what made me just want to put everything on pause to go. And it's just some fact that like I'm sharing this moment with like, my cousin that's still here, and how proud my cousin that like passed away would be if he was still here. Yeah, I'm gonna stop talking about it because I don't like crying at all. Yeah, they say crying doesn't make you weak or anything, but I don't like to cry. If I can avoid it, I can. So I'm gonna just move on. But I had a fun time with my cousins after I left work on February 20th. We went bowling. There was alcohol involved.
Devontae likes to drink. All I do with Devontae is on me getting down his way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Straight. Okay. Go get a table. Get that shit. Okay. Yeah.
You got pee? I got you.
Cousin, I can't help you. I gotta pee.
I got you.
Cousin, I can't help you. Okay, you gotta shush.
But I was not driving because that's irresponsible. I had a designated driver, and we actually planned it, and we had a good time. I'm 21 years old, so of course I'm gonna try, to experiment with some drinks, and I rather do it around people where I can feel comfortable and feel safe with. But we had a good time. And then the next day we had a photo shoot. I took pictures. The pictures are actually on my Instagram. I don't think we're gonna put it in this vlog, but if you go to my Instagram, just make sure you follow it and everything. But on my Instagram, it's gonna be me wearing a red and black jean jacket and jean pants outfit. And I took those pictures, and then I took some other ones of my cousins and stuff, and they were actually pretty good. And I had a good time with them. And after we went to K-Pot, and I found that restaurant out by a friend, and I'm glad I thought about it when we were just in the area, because we were going to go to Kobe's, but I'm like, let's try this K-Pot restaurant out. And what K-Pot is, if some of you guys never been there before, it's a Korean restaurant, and basically you cook the food in front of you. It's like a buffet or whatever, and they have seafood and stuff in there, but you pick any raw meat and stuff that you want, and you cook it in front of you. And then if you don't want to cook anything, they have stuff that's already cooked that you can get to, so they're pretty cool. And then what do we do after? I'm trying to remember. Oh, my bad. While we were doing a photo shoot, it just so happens to end up being a Fantasia concert happening. I didn't know Fantasia was coming to Tampa, and I like Fantasia. I like, to be honest, I don't know. I do like Fantasia, but to be honest, I only know 3 songs by her. And to be honest, I feel like me only knowing 3 songs by Fantasia, there's no point in me going to a concert. I feel like people that go to concerts are actually fans of the singer that they want to see. You shouldn't just go to a concert just because, like, oh, this person is trending, or I'm trying to, like, you know, fit in with. No, that's a waste of money. I'm not. And the only songs that I know by Fantasia is When I See You, Truth Is, and Free Yourself. I don't know nothing else. And meaning to where, like, on the top of my head, maybe if a song got played, I'm like, oh, I might know it. Yeah, but no, I don't know. But I think Fantasia's cool. She's actually a pretty great singer. And to be honest, I like how her voice is, and she could still, like, you know, sing and stuff before, but I'm talking about, like, with her, like, you know, getting older and stuff, I like how her voice is now than what it was before. I feel like she has more control than the control that she already had with it before. And yeah, and she looked good in the concert. I seen pictures and stuff posted on, like, you know, Instagram. My auntie sent me some stuff on Facebook. I'm like, that's pretty cool. And we were, like, literally right there by the I think she was at, like, the ice hockey, like, stadium or something like that, where she performed. And it was funny because all the promoters outside, they were trying to, like, sell us t-shirts and stuff. We're like, no, we good, we don't want that. But yeah, that was pretty cool. And then I went to Rodizio's Steakhouse the following week after, for my Air Force celebration video. And I'm actually gonna show, like, a montage and stuff about that also. But that was pretty cool. I found out about Rodizio through one of the advisors at Honda, and he was telling me about the place because the place that I went to similar like that before was Terra Gucci Brazilian Steakhouse, and before that was Texas Day Brazil. And I actually went to Terra for my college graduation, and that's where I told my family about me going to the Air Force and stuff. And then it was just a whole awkward moment and stuff because, of course, my parents don't want me to leave and stuff, but they're trying to adjust better about me leaving and stuff, and it's harder for them to, like, I guess, like, adjust to it a little bit because they're used to me being here for so long, and I understand, but yeah, they kind of wanted to have, like, a do-over and go there again. But Rodizio actually ended up being closer. It's in Lutz, which is, like, you know, the city next to Wesley Chapel, and it's closer for us to go there than all the way deep in Tampa on the dangerous side of Del Mabry. So I'm like, no, we're gonna just go here instead. And it was actually pretty cool. I had a good time. And I will say I did like Terra more. I feel like I enjoyed the scenery around Terra more, just because Terra, it felt more dimmer and darker. Rodizio, it was nice. It felt like, you know, light and airy in there, but I prefer restaurants that are dim. I don't like brighter lights and stuff in there. But yeah, that was pretty cool. Guess I'm gonna just show the montage now.
Skipping stones on soda streams, life is sweeter than it seems. Every note a melody, wrapped in joy, it sets me free. Pop, pop, sugar in my veins, dancing wild in candy rain. Sweet like gum that never fades, bubble bursts but joy remains.
You've always chased the things that you wanted and desired. So this move, man, it's large. And I'm proud of you. I'm not sure what lies ahead of you, but when things get tough, when it becomes tough, I want you to remember the family and tribe that you come from and the principles and values that you have within you, have within your bones, your blood. Man, I'm grateful, I'm proud that you're making the transition to serve our country. So you're doing the things that you want to do, so we all can do the things that we want to do. So I love you, bro. We're gonna miss you, and please stay in contact with us. We look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Love you.
And I love you so much. I am going to miss you so much. All of us is, because we always calling on you to do something electronically at the house, you know, and so God has blessed you, you know, with that. So I want you to always know, when you come to a time that you want to give up, get discouraged, remember the faith that you come from. Always call on God and ask Him for your help. You know the word, okay? So you always call on Jesus, say your prayers, give God the glory for everything. Put Him first in your life. Once you put God first in your life, nothing can overcome you. Nothing can overtake you. Can't overtake your mind, because the devil's going to try to hit you every kind of the way, because he don't want you to go forth out there. But you just trust in God in everything you do. Trust in Him.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Do not forget Him. Okay? We know that we are praying for you. We're going to pray for the whole entire Air Force, where you're going. And we just wish you the best of luck. Trust in Jesus. And just know that we love you, man.
Love you too.
Your dad is going to forgive you. I'm going to miss you more. I'm always calling you to do something for me. So, son, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I love you.
Not cut like you, bro.
Devontae, you are loved, you are strong, and you are blessed. May the grace of God go with you, and we're going to keep you in our prayers. We love you, and we are proud of you. You said, what about my room?
She said, thank you for giving me your room.
Ah, you're funny.
All right. And yeah, I had a good time at dinner. And then actually later that night, I went back to my aunt's house, and my cousin made this good Oreo tres leches cake, and it was nice. I don't think I have a video of it in my phone, but it was pretty good. He did his big one on that. And then my deluxe album for Better Days, I actually just made some promo for it earlier today, and that album is actually it's actually out now. I promise I was trying to be funny. It's 12 a.m. and I forgot it's a new day, but it's actually out now. So I hope y'all enjoy it, and I hope y'all could stream it up and do your big one. I do have other stuff I was trying to do to this album and add to it, and I had other features and stuff, but I understand life be life for some people, and it's kind of harder to get all the other feature artists that you want together around the same time schedule that you have. And I'm just not gonna worry about it. I'll just use what I have now and try to do what I can in the future. I'm gonna take a break from music for a while and stuff, just so I can focus more on this Air Force thing and navigate, because of course when I'm in the Air Force it's gonna be a lot of stuff I gotta focus on and learn. But when I get stationed at my base after tech school, I plan on starting my college classes and stuff up again, because I want to continue getting my degree in cybersecurity. I have my associate's degree right now, so I get to start off at a higher ranking airman than what I would if I didn't have it. But even though that's my little head start, I still want to do what I can just to prepare for life when I'm out in the military, because I don't plan on being in the military forever. Now, don't get me wrong, even though I have a 4-year contract, I feel like I have more flexibility. I can decide if I want to stay longer or not, and maybe hopefully if I do end up staying longer, they might give me a large sign-on bonus to convince me to stay. But who knows? But yeah, that's it for that most part. I actually leave soon for the Air Force this upcoming Tuesday. I'll be at my hotel Monday, but I actually leave this upcoming Tuesday. And this one I actually like swearing in for real, for real. The other swearing was swearing to dip in, but this one is swearing into the branch. So after I swear in this, I'm like Air Force for life. I can't just piggyback on another branch. Like, no, I'm Air Force. I remember my creed, and I'm trying to learn the core values and the song. I'll be able to remember the song quicker because I'm good with music, so I'm trying to memorize the other stuff. But the core values, it's just 3 of them, and I know I can remember them, but I wasn't focusing on that. I was trying to focus on the hardest thing first, which is the creed. So I'm trying to go by the creed. Hold on. All right. I am an American airman. I am a warrior. I've answered my nation's call. I am an American airman. My mission is to fly, fight, and win. I am faithful to a proud heritage, a tradition of honor, and a legacy of valor. I am an American airman, guardian of freedom and justice. My nation's sword and shield, its century and avenger. I will defend my country with my life. I am an American airman. I'm trying to remember, my bad. I am an American airman. Wingman, leader, warrior. I will never leave an airman behind. I will never falter, and I will not fail. I got majority of that down, but of course I gotta perfect it and stuff more, but I feel like I gotta say it in front of a mirror, and I haven't done that yet, but I will. But yeah, once I get over the brain farts and stuff or whatever, I'll be good. And then all the other stuff, I can just learn that tomorrow. Like, I promise, I pick up on stuff pretty quick, so I'm good. But that's what I have so far, and this will be the completion of this vlog series and stuff. Whenever you do see this vlog, most likely I'll be out of basic training and probably in tech school, editing the next vlog videos that I have coming up after here. I'm gonna show the graduation and stuff for the next vlog, which will be in a new series. I don't know how soon I'm gonna be able to muster that up, but I'm trying to bring that out as soon as I can, and I hope y'all will be able to see like a little bit of growth and stuff from me. Maybe I might change, maybe I might not. I don't know, but I'm excited for the new me, and I'm excited for a new life, and I'm actually excited to finally leave this small town and just see in the world and let it be a mystery of where I can be stationed at. No, I'm not nervous at all. I don't like to have that nervous feeling and stuff at all. I just try to turn the nervousness into excitement and hope for the best. Yes, there is stuff going on right now in the country, when it's or not, but I'm just gonna keep praying for the best and pray for the best for everybody. And yeah, I hope I get to see y'all again, which I will. And yeah, that's the end of this vlog, and I can't wait to see y'all again, and I hope y'all will be able to see me next time in my uniform, and I really hope I'm able to get a lot of good footage for graduation. And I'm gonna try to use whatever. I know my mom, she's gonna record too. But I'm gonna try to use whatever video she and other family members might have of me. And yeah, that's it for the most part. So this is civilian me telling you bye. And next time I see you, it's gonna be Airman Gray speaking. Yeah. So all right, make sure you like and subscribe and comment and just keep living. Bye.